everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a review of a LEGO Disney 100 set. This is 40659, the Mini Steamboat Willie set, and this has 424 pieces. This was actually a gift with purchase. It ends in a couple hours of recording this, and this is a really cool set because it's a miniature version of obviously something so iconic and important to Disney and Mickey Mouse, but specifically though, we've already gotten a set of this ship, but it's much larger. So we're gonna take a look at that, comparing the ship, because it's called the mini version, how mini is it, as well as the classic figures here of Mickey Mouse in black and white. We're going to compare because we've actually gotten quite a few over the years in different places. So if you want to hop around to the different chapters, you can go ahead and do that now, but let's take a closer look at this set. So here it is all built up, and just to show you the functionality of this, you can see that the pipes, the stacks, actually go up and down as you go on down the river. I think that is really cool that they have brought that functionality into this smaller version. It's not like mini. It's not quite like the original submission was. That's much smaller than this, but there's enough spaces for you to do a couple of different things. So you've got the flag here in the front, and of course these spin as well. You do have this in the back, this little claw, and if you want to rotate it around, you can sort of lift it up and down. You can move it side to side, and unlike the other one, which you'll see, there's no boxes for it to actually lift, but you do have a ton of small little crates there in the back. And then over here in the front, you do have a little bucket included as well. And you've got a couple of different pipes. Instead of the wheel being on the inside, it's up here at the top. And like you saw me attach Mickey, there are two studs there for you to put him up there at the top. So yeah, it's quite different. If I spin it around here on the other side, you can get a look at it from this side, and this is what it looks like underneath. It's quite colorful, which is very helpful when you're actually building this here. So just to show you here the functionality of it underneath, if you care about that, I think that's really cool just how they have done that. I love this so much. I think that it's just like the functionality of it, it's just incredible how they have them going at different times. That is so cool. But let's go ahead and let's take a closer look at the figure. So here is the brand new Mickey Mouse minifigure. This is exclusive to this set. The leg printing there, that is exclusive to the set. You'll see, again, we're going to do that comparison. But what's interesting about this figure is they brought back this hat from the original series, or I guess series 2, what I meant to say. That's really crazy that they brought back that molded piece to attach here to the top for this promo. I think that's really awesome that they did that. I think that, you know, it's a classic figure. If you don't have a black and white Mickey and you don't want to go get the CMF series, you can get the ship here. I think it's a good combination, and I'm glad that they included him here in this outfit besides a Brickhead's version, but actually making him available here with the hat is really great. All right, so here they are next to each other, the original regular size Steamboat Willie and the mini one, and I think it's quite interesting to see them next to each other. I think the most shocking thing is just how large the mini one is in comparison. Like, I think you'll notice in terms of maybe spots for the figures, but in terms of the size of it, it's quite interesting. Like, if you look here at the spinning wheel, you could see that you've got here, it's on a 1x2 clip attached to the same piece, and then over here it's on a 1x1. So that's double the size here in the original, and just even some of the pieces being used. Like, see this piece here, if I move the figure out of the way, you could see this piece is actually the exact same one as that one. So it's just quite interesting, the size difference. Obviously, the original one also came with two figures as instead of just the one. They're also a little bit different, and we'll do that comparison with all of the classic figures like I mentioned before. But you also get this cool stand where you could put the figures, and it's got this cool printed piece, 1928 there on that piece, as well as that's being used here on the side. And there's also an SS Willie, which is kind of cool as well, that you've got a couple of different prints. excuse the sun fading, as you can see when you take a closer look here, and there might be a bit dusty, but there's a lot of room on the deck for you to put your figures, even studs for you to actually attach them to. You even have this little bird there on that stand. But one of the coolest things is that the whole top here is removable for you to be able to put Steamboat Willie inside there, the Steamboat Willie Mickey, and you could put him on inside and just drive on off. So that's really cool. You could even have him sort of hanging outside of the window just like that. So that's really awesome as well, because the windows are that big, you're able to do that. And again, you've got a couple different prints and a bunch of different things hanging in the back there, including this crane with an actual retractable little hook, which is really cool, that you can lower and raise. I think it's interesting. It does have a bucket here on this one as well, but I forgot to show this part. You can actually hook on the box there, and then you just twist this up and it will actually raise up the box there. And of course, that means that you could also lower it on down as well and spin it side to side. You've also got this here in the back, which isn't meant to, I think it should probably move left to right. I know boats, sort of, but this only moves up and down. But yeah, obviously much larger. But removing the figures here and zooming out, I just want to show you here, I think the functionality for this one is definitely better than this. I don't know. I think that, you know, you sort of have to do this slower for it to sort of get that same effect. But I guess it is that slow when you're going down the river, right? Yeah, I think that this just works better. The stacks going up and down. And obviously there's a lot more space and room inside of this one. But like, these pieces didn't exist back then. So they're using these weird pieces for the stacks. So there are definitely a few improvements, I think, in this smaller one. But in terms of, you know, being able to put Mickey inside the room and different things, an actual functioning crane to move all of the different boxes, this one is obviously superior. But this is still a fantastic miniature version of that. And that's, I guess, where the title comes from. It is a mini version, both in functionality and size, to the original. So here's all 4 figures, and I think you all would agree that the best and coolest figure is the one that came in that Steamboat Willie set, the original one, because it's all silver. I think that's so cool. Even a little bit there on the top of the hat. I think that is really cool that they made that variant. So that's from 2019. Also, a month later from Disney Series 2, we got that hat. But if you notice, it's actually a little bit different. I'm only realizing this now because this has a little bit more of a shine and that's flat. So I think that's quite interesting that there is that difference between the hats from 2019 to today. But even the outfit there, you can see he's got white shorts on, and instead of the rest of the figures, everyone else has gray. So I think that's quite interesting. Even the white, it doesn't work when it's printed onto black legs. See how there are 2 different shades there? This is actually from the camera. If you haven't seen that review, definitely check it out because it's an incredible set. But this figure, it doesn't have a hat, but it is a classic version. I also think that it's interesting because it has the exact same printing in terms of the circles there at the top parts of the legs, but this one is dual molded. If I turn this around here, you can see that it is dual molded. So I don't know why they didn't just reuse those legs instead of making new ones, but cool. That just makes that figure here in the promo that much more rare. But anyways, everyone, what do you think of the Mini Steamboat Willie set? Is it worth getting if you have the original? Is it worth it if you've got the classic figures from the series or the camera? Let me know down below. I think that this is a really cool promo celebrating this. The fact that it was available at Shop Disney on top of regular Lego places, I think also makes this gift with purchase quite special as well. Great way to honor and celebrate the Disney 100-year celebration this year. But what do you think of this? Be sure to subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss out on future Lego Disney set news and reviews. If you want to check out all the other Disney 100 sets we've looked at here on the channel, you can check them out here in a playlist. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.